Hello, boys. Good morning, or ancestors too. Not good morning. Good. It's actually night now, guys. At night, so I'm going to go live as promised. I'm trying to not miss an upload here. Please disregard the intro. We're going to talk about bacon because bacon has been pumping, and right now I'm still traveling, guys. By the way, so hopefully by Friday I'll be back. But let me quickly read the comments, boys. Thank you for showing up, ancestors too. We've got Rhonda, TV, Rise, Cross, BRT. What's up? How you doing, bro? Syke said, as you know, Bitcoin is right now pumping, guys. Exactly. My boy, thanks for keeping us updated. I hope you're feeling well. Can you please do one quick analysis on Zcash? Not sure if I can do that, brother, but thank you for checking up on me. We've got Salam, Premier, Dan, how you doing, boys, brothers, sisters? All right, so let me, without wasting anybody's time, let me double check if the quality is good. Tell me, brothers, if or and sisters too, if the quality is any good before I go on. Give me a second here. Uh, Let me double check. I think it's quite alright. Let me check that. All right, looks good. All right. Don't mind me, boys. I'm just checking some stuff here. All right, I think we're good to go now. I was just about to sleep. Good. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Yeah, good evening from the UK. Yeah, I think the timing could be good for some and may be like very bad for like most of you guys. I'm not sure, but for me, it's literally almost 2 a.m. right now. But I think we are pretty good to go. Hold on a second. I was just double checking some stuff. I think the quality is not bad. Hold on. I think all right. Seems good. All right. Anyways, 5 seconds away from closing my eyes. It's only 5 p.m. here in Texas. Yeah, as I said, like US, you're all guys, you're all like chilling here because like the timing is good. India is 4 a.m. Yeah. As I said, like the Asian European side is probably right now like close to late night. Good morning, as Livingsman is saying. You're all good, Ahmed. Don't worry, I'll notify if anything goes wrong. Thank you. Anyways, we'll go and talk about Bitcoin because yesterday, guys, I've covered or I spoke about like in depth how like I was going or I'm planning to manage my both of my trades. So I told you guys like we literally had taken a long because I posted a video that was posted on Saturday saying I longed Bitcoin, pretty obvious and pretty easy to understand on the on the right corner, all right. So I told you guys how I longed Bitcoin, but I also had the idea to short. But from yesterday's live stream, if you had watched it, I made it quite, to be honest, like easy to understand that when I made the decision to open up the short, I also did not close my long. So I do have still, like as you can see here, I do only have my long open. Why or where did my short go? Anyways, obviously, guys, if you had understood the idea or the concept of holding on to your winners for longer, you would have known that I decided to hold on into my long, which is open at around 84.6, and I also kept it on, so I didn't close it. I just moved my stop loss entry like when I decided to open up a short at let's just say 88 point. I'm not sure what was the entry exactly, but let's just assume 87.8. Anyways, when I decided to open up a short, I didn't close my long. I just took 50% off of profits and I moved my stop loss to entry. That's all I did. And I told you guys from yesterday, like if you had checked the hotel live stream we did yesterday, guys, we literally spent like 47 minutes talking about Bitcoin in my hotel room. Anyways, so I told you guys that I do have both trades open. I have a long and a short from 84.6 for the long and 87.8 I guess for my short. And I told you guys the reason for that is because obviously there could be a case where we actually get Bitcoin to drop even more, and if we get a drop then obviously my short will make me more money and my long would be hit in stop loss at entry with a 50% profit that I took at 88. But there's also the case or the possibility, because we never know what will happen. My job here is not to predict the price action, it's merely to profit off of the next future price action. So I didn't know if it was going to go up or down, especially because Bitcoin is still in a downtrend movement, but we actually had seen a little bit of positivity on a lower time frame. So it wasn't that easy to decide a bias. So I was pretty, to be honest, like neutral. I didn't have a like quite an easy bias, hence why I just wanted to hold on to both trades. And I told you guys, if we go lower, my short will be kept on and the long will be hit of the stop loss. And if we decide, or if Bitcoin decides to go higher, my short will be hit on stop loss, because I had literally moved it to 88.2, so close to entry. Okay, and or however my long, this one would be continuing with me. So as you can see, right, from current price action here, if I remove these ones, I do still have my long open. As you can see, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, guys, so you can double check the entry still at 84.695.2. The realized PNL, because I took 50% off when I took the short, is still 165, and the unrealized PNL is still, or sorry, it has gone up obviously because the price has gone up. So let me now make it quite clear what kind of resistance are we going to face in the lower time frame and also on a higher time frame, because I'm going to mention why do I have this red zone as an important next resistance to us. Basically, if I go to a higher time frame, if I go to the 12-hourly time frame, and I literally take a volume profile pull for the last and the past, let's just say whole year, so from November of last year to the current price action, if I take a volume profile tool, let me double check that it's showing. Yeah, I think it's showing. All right, so if you took the volume profile tool from the 11th of November, doesn't matter, I just want to take a look at the beginning of this like range. As you can see, we have a little, or not a little, like actually a huge range that was or is formed for the past year. I wouldn't say a range, but at least a movement that is sideways for the most part. Anyways, so if I take a volume profile from November to the current price action, so a whole year or a whole price action worth of year, all right, you clearly see that we've got the blue line of the volume profile, which is the lower side or the lower boundary of the value area, or which is the value area low, sitting at around 91. So that is the reason why I've got like a red line colored or named VAL. So basically the VAL is just a name that it's just a line that I created myself. So if I see some like comments from people that are trying to understand like how to trade, and they are confused of like where do I get the namings or the lines from. So you have to understand, guys, the colors and the names of the lines, I made them up, or I make them up myself. So no one, or there isn't an indicator that would give you VAL. VAL is just me trying to remind myself that we have the value area low of the volume profile. Anyways, let me mute myself here. Yeah, so we got the value area of the volume profile. So instead of me having the volume profile tool on like 24/7, I will like take a look, put the line on with a red ray instead of like an actual like line, and then I delete the volume profile, not to or just to not have it 24/7. Anyways, so we first got 91.2. It's actually a zone, so from like 90.8 to 91.2. Anyways, that is like a reasonable value area resistance line. And also, I wouldn't say most importantly, but also on a lower time frame, we also do have the local downtrend that was started from 107. Like as you can see, we literally, I think we can all agree that we had started a little local downtrend from us dropping from 107. So if you take an anchored VWAP pull from the beginning of the downtrend to the current price action, you'll understand, or you'll know which line or which area we need to break for us to consider this local downtrend to be broken. So in case we failed to break 92, I'd say that we had like retested the downtrend anchored VWAP from 107, and then we failed to do that, and we fell down lower. So I'm not saying that we will do that, but you have to understand that this is a crucial and a critical line to either break off of or maybe short. So anyways, you have to understand this. So we've got a confluence. I just want to make it pretty clear that this isn't like a an unimportant line. No, that's actually an important line. We have, like, even though I'm pretty happy about us breaking the previous value area high, I would say that this line wasn't the biggest resistance line, hence why it won't be the biggest support now that we have broken out of it. But the most important one is actually 91 to 92. We got the value area for the whole past year, and we also got the anchored VWAP that is literally signaling us breaking a 107 downtrend. So we literally have like a huge downtrend that was started from 107, and we had seen a 25% drop almost like from the area. So this anchored VWAP is crucial. If we break this, obviously no shorts to be had until, like, let me give you the stops or the areas of resistance if we break every single one. So if we break 91, 92, I'm going to be assuming and I'm going to be waiting for an easy quick pump to 97, 96. This is where it's going to be maybe my next like short attempt. If we break 97, 98, then I'm going to be waiting for a full reversal all the way up to 105. So I'm not going to tell you, or I don't have a crystal ball, as they call it, to predict if we're going lower or not. I'm just going to be ready, because, like, you have to understand that because the higher time frame is downtrending, or it's like a bearish price action, it's more likely than not that we actually fall lower below like 80, 84, or even 80k. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but just because the downtrend, or sorry, the price action is bearish, it's better to be trying to short. So personally, I wouldn't be trying to short 91, 92 just because it's the middle of the night. I'm not prepared to literally take a short now or a long now, but I just want to make it clear that maybe some may do that. So we've got 91, 92 as an attempt to maybe short, maybe even on a lower time frame, because obviously we can again hit 88.6 and then bounce off of it. So I don't want to totally rule out the possibility of maybe shorting 91, 92. But even if you go above to 97, I'm going to be also trying a short. So planning a setup doesn't mean actually taking it. So if I say that maybe a short could be given at 92, that doesn't necessarily mean that I will short 92, because obviously the easiest thing that could happen is, instead of actually hitting 92 and then rejecting off of it, we can immediately like break it and then hold it as support and see higher prices. So please don't randomly take my words, like take them for what they mean. So whenever I say we may get given a short here, that doesn't mean that we will 100% get given that, because we may as well, or may as easily, go hit 92 and quickly go above. So I just want you guys to be ready and understand that if you want to ask me like what kind of resistance line do we have in front of us, I'll tell you 3 lines, which is 92, 91, 97, 98, and then 105. So if one is not, if we reject from one, then short. If we break one, then don't long. Obviously I'm against long and breaking out of 92, so please don't be long in this, but at least understand that from 92 to 97, avoid shorts. Now you can also, if I want to go in depth, I wouldn't want to go in depth too much, but if I want to like share an idea of how you may long the break out of 92 to 97, instead of like randomly longing us breaking 92, you can, what you could do is actually like go on a lower time frame, like assuming that Bitcoin doesn't go immediately from 92 to 97. So if we don't go immediately to 90, sorry, from 92 to 97, then we can actually like, maybe as I've shared guys, like, and we can understand that while above 92 we can go to 97, and instead of actually randomly longing, we can be maybe waiting for a little bit of a bump and then maybe searching for a little dump that would offer us a nice long trade and then take it all the way over to 97. So you have to understand that even though I'm against breakout trading, you can sometimes use the understanding or the analysis of you almost like knowing that if we hold 92 we'll go to 97 to your advantage by waiting for a little dump on a lower time frame while we are in an uptrend movement or an uptrend bullish prediction or bullish bias, I'd say. So maybe like be prepared. For me personally, if we break 92, to be telling you in every single video and live stream that while we are above 92, I'm going to be waiting for 97. This is the crystal ball that people talk about, because it isn't an actual crystal ball. I just understand that we don't have any reasonable resistance line in between 91 and 92 to 97, 98. So that would actually make me not short randomly, so I'll avoid shorting in between these lines. That would also make me hold on into my longs, because I understand that we have a higher likelihood of going higher. And almost, or sometimes, I also may get actually a little bit of longs within the area, so you'll never catch me longing a breakout, but you may catch me sometimes longing within a bullish biased area, but that would require on a lower time frame a little dump. Like every single long for me requires a dump, so you have to understand this, because this is totally and very very much important, guys. Please understand this. Hold on a second, quickly, let me see. uh Hold on. Give me a second here. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, so let me bring back the comments. I was just trying to take a quick look at them, guys, but or sorry, give you the idea for the resistance line before I delve deeper into the comments, because you know I mean, like once I get started reading the comments, I probably won't stop talking. Anyway, so what we got here is just this line, and also in lower time frame we also do have 88.6 as a little support area. As I said, like it wasn't the biggest like resistance line, hence why it won't be the biggest support line for us, but at least it is a little support. Like we may be witnessing a little range being created if we hit 92 and we reject out of it, maybe short with the understanding of maybe taking profits at 88, because at 88.7 or 6, because here what may happen is either we lose it and we go lower, we never know, or we can hold on to it and then retest 92 for another potentially chance of going above it. All right, so let me quickly find all the comments that are needed. Hold on, let me quickly go to all the comments here. I made a hold on. Hello everyone. Hello Mr. Amoto, Yuzi, Zloty, France, Netherlands, with Switzerland. Thanks for that stream. No worries. You're all good, Ahmed. I think I've read that. I made some good gains today, but they are all selling underwater in the short right now. I really hope we can retrace to 88.5. I don't know much about your trade, because obviously I didn't take it for you, but if I was to give you a good advice, brother, you have to understand that, please, if you are sitting underwater with like the hope that magically you get the chance to maybe close it in or at entry, that would tell me or signal to me that you are essentially, I don't know much about your trades, but that would signal that you don't have a stop loss, or at least even if you have one, it isn't much about you having an invalidation point. Like even if you have a stop loss, quote unquote stop loss, I don't know, I'm not sure if you even have that, but let's assume even you have that, that would tell me that your stop loss isn't put at the point where you had an idea to short and a certain idea, or sorry, a certain place where the idea would be invalidated. uh, I was on your Arabic live too. Didn't get a single word, so I was hoping you'd go live stream. Yeah. Obviously, guys, don't worry. I got you both. I'm still like, even though it's like now 2 a.m. in the morning, technically at night. I'm not sure what you call it, but anyways, 2 a.m. But I didn't wanna, because I gave you both a promise. I wanted to also show up on both channels. Anyways. But thank you though for showing up. Hello, how you doing, Wig? Zloty said, unfortunately, fortunately, I could not catch the long from 84k. Stopped, lost me out many times. No worries at all, brother. TD4, how you doing? We said we got good morning to my time or in my time. Please tell me how. Oh, sorry, that's about comment. Okay, makes sense. Hey, bro, how do you know when to exit a trade? Can you give us an example? Hold on. It's a very loaded question, so maybe I can be maybe asked in a better time. Unfortunately, brother, sorry. But just to answer it quickly, it depends if we're talking about a stop loss being hit or a take profit. That totally depends. Ahmed, please give me a coin potential 50x, 100x to the moon. I'm against that sort of stuff. So unfortunately, as a day trader, I wouldn't be able to give you a coin that would go 100x. And I'm not even saying that, but I'm also against it, like against the premise of like thinking that a coin can go 100x. Like you may as well go gamble your money. What are the chances we get to 91, 92? Uh, I don't like to give chances because they will be made up. So like if I want to answer you, I'd say that maybe 70, 80% will go higher to 91, 92. But that is just totally made up. Like I don't know. I'm not sure. Like sorry, analysis is only a tool to take trades. I'm not here to predict if exactly now we'll go $1,000 higher or lower. But hopefully you get the point. We got Steve in the chat saying smash the like button. Thank you, brother. Action said, what do you expect if we reject from 91, 92? How low? Will we still likely see again if it breaks? To be honest, sorry, I think that you got two questions here. So if we reject off of 92, 91, I won't be expecting much. Oh, sorry, my job isn't about expecting stuff. Like if we get offered a short at 92, I don't need to expect. But if I were to expect, then us hitting 88, and then we'll see either bouncing from it or losing it, and then we'll go back to maybe lower prices at 84 or even 82 or even 78. So I'm just trying to answer you guys, even though I may not agree with the whole premise of the question. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get to as many questions as possible, guys, so please bear with me. I see that there are loads of highly leveraged longs that were with liquidations. The with liquidation 100 million, but not sure what you mean. Sorry, Action said, would you think that if 92 gets broken, that we could see 84 again and up from there? To be honest, I don't like to think, but if I were to entertain the question, then yes, like technically, just because we are in a bearish movement, we can all agree that even if Bitcoin like magically pumps to 97 or 105, we are still likelier than not to make a new low. Hence why, or hence that I'm going to say yes, even though like please don't use my answer against me because that isn't a prediction. I'm just saying that probabilistically, even if we break 92, we may as well, or we may be like ready to short at 97 because there is also or always the chance of actually going and making lower lows, as it is possible to make lower highs as we've been doing. Yeah, I messed up. The one trade I screw up on the stop loss, we pump hard. No worries, brother. We'll hopefully get lots of trades, guys, all together. I'm trying to share as many as possible, to be honest. Like even though one may feel that I'm not giving lots of trades, but you have to understand that I'm only looking for the good stuff here. Like we're only trying to give you the good, high quality, good probability trades. I'm not here to maybe entertain you guys, but by like opening and closing lots of trades. I'm only here about making money. And if me sharing my trades and my sharing myself making money would make you also guys money, then that's totally the goal. It's not about actually just showing off and opening and closing lots of trades, because I can obviously do that. Like if I wanna show off, I can literally like open little positions and maybe go too technical on you and go lower time frame and open lots of stuff. But I don't think that would be useful to both me in terms of monetarily and time wise, and also for you guys. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. Let me quickly see. Let me go back to the comments because I'm not trying to miss a few here. Hold on a second. The current chart pattern is similar to the early November chart where we went from 106 to 112, I guess, then back to yeah, similar to that. Maybe, yeah. As I said, guys, like you have to understand, like the reason why or not the exact reason, but one of the reasons why lots of beginners fail to maybe make money in the market, because they fail to understand the bigger picture. Like you'll get them, or you'll see them like being super happy about a big, or sorry, a little pump, and super sad, or to be honest, like scared from a little dump. So you have to understand the context here, because I'm not saying that. So you have to understand, guys, that at, let me go to my drawing area quickly to give you a little lesson here. Even in a downtrend, we can have little pumps. But once you understand, once you tell yourself that right now, like you have to like see it and maybe decide about it early. Once you understand that the outlook is bearish on Bitcoin, or sorry, you see Bitcoin begins to break structure, goes from making higher highs and higher to to higher highs and higher lows, to lower lows and lower highs on a higher time frame. Obviously, it's like on a daily time frame, you see it going from like higher lows and higher highs, and suddenly it makes lower lows and lower highs. Once you understand this market structure shift, right, you have to understand that trading is a game of probability. So when we get a little bump, my job here isn't to be right, it's to make money, right? So if we get a little bump here, it's most probable that we go lower, all right? So I'll try to short here, and hopefully I'll be right, and then I'll go higher. And also I wouldn't know that if this would end up being a break or not. So I'll also try to short here, and hopefully I'll be right. And you have to understand that it will come, there will come a time where after shorting every single fake pump, obviously the market will shift and will break structure and go higher. So I'm not here trying to predict, I'm just answering based on probabilities. And based on probability, guys, that we need, or we must understand that the market structure is bearish, and based on that, every single pump, you have to see it as the best opportunity to short. Like, I'm not saying that we will 100% go lower than 84 or 80k in that case, or in that matter, as you can see this low, but at least I have to understand that I need to act as if every single short that I take as maybe a once in a life short, or once in a lifetime short, because we may get like a little short rejection and then it won't end up being the best, or we can actually have this be in the lows. Like some of you guys don't understand why I shorted 107. I'm not here trying to brag about it, guys. Like even though it may look like if I go to the 30-minute time frame, some of you will see that, oh, this guy is the best. Like he literally has a long from the bottom, and he literally has a short from the top. But you have to understand that I'm not here trying to predict or brag about me knowing stuff. I literally didn't know that this would end up being the top, or the local top at least. See, so I didn't know that, but I held on to it, and I understood, or understood the market structure enough to try and short. All right. Also here, I didn't know that this would end up being the low, also for the time being. Obviously, see, like I didn't know that this would end up being a local low, but I just had some ideas to long here, and I just want to keep on to it for longer. Now what could happen is that maybe the price will go higher, and then we'll start like breaking structure, and then let's just assume, I want to just make an example here. Let's just assume that Bitcoin suddenly never loses this low, never loses 84 or 80, and it continues to like an all-time high. You will think that, oh, this guy was the best, he literally longed the bottom, he knew the bottom, and I can literally maybe deceive you guys or deceive the viewer by acting as if I knew that this would end up being the bottom. But no, I literally didn't know. Similarly to how I have an all-time high short. By the way, I might not be able to show it to you guys, but maybe because the laptop camera is closer to the one I film at the office, so let me try and show you the all-time high short, because some of you guys don't know that I have a all-time high short, even though I mentioned it quite a lot. But let me double check, or let me try and show you guys the all-time high short. Obviously the camera won't be showing it like the best, but hold on a second. Let me see, that's the entry price. All right, so 100% won't be showing well, but yes, assume that this is showing 125. All right, it's flipped horizontally, but hold on a second, I'm not sure where's the 125 supposed to be. Let me see myself. All right, it should be at here. All right, see this line, this number. If you flip it, hold on. I know that I'm doing it super old school here, but this next to my pinky finger is 125 flipped horizontally. Anyways, I'm not here trying to brag about it, so no need to repost it on my free Telegram, guys. But I just want to make it a case that I didn't know that the shorting 125 would be magically the all-time high. No, I just took a good short. It came to be a good, or sorry, the best short to be had, but I didn't know it at that time. Even now, like I need you guys to understand. Like I want to say it here because it may happen. I'm not sure, but obviously probabilistically not, but if it comes out to be the local bottom, or sorry, literally the higher time frame bottom, and we literally go to make an all-time high here, I want to say it now before it comes into fruition. I didn't know that this one would end up being a low. You have to understand this, guys. Trading is not about bragging here. I'm not here to impress people at 2 a.m. my time. I'm only here to share my experience and be as transparent as possible by giving you the losing and winning trades, and also sharing my trades I plan them ahead of time with you, and I also give you the entries, or share the entries with you, and also most importantly the stop losses, because I want to be transparent here. I'm not here to like show off trades. Like I won't be making money if I show anything if I show off anything, guys. I'm not here to impress. Hold on a second. Let me quickly look at the comments that we may have missed. Hold on. The current, Action said this has been a big consolidation zone. That has been too risky to trade, probably, at least according to Grok. I don't think that you should be using Grok or AI or ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT or Grok or whatever is good for maybe productivity stuff, maybe thinking about ideas with it, but don't take analysis advice from an AI agent. How much was your biggest money lost in trading, and how it was? Maybe I'll make videos about this stuff, because for the time being I'm trying to focus on the chart here. Cohen said, I just hopped on. How you doing, brother? Is the 92k the target, then 84, then all-time high? Not that simple. Guys, I can only give you one bias at a time. So we'll say that 92.91 is the next resistance line. Whether we break out of it or we don't, that totally remains to be seen, because I can't tell you that we'll go from 92, reject from it, make hit 84, and then go to all-time high. Not that simple at all. Like no one can tell you that. Do you agree with me, Ahmed, that if we reach 98 it would be a great short, as we are already in a bear market, highly likely too much? Exactly, yeah, I totally agree. And as I've said, that, guys, the 92, 97, 98, 105, these are the lines to short if we keep on bumping. Obviously I couldn't tell you which one would be the shorten area, because like we either reject from this or not. And even if we reject from here, we can either reject and get a little bit of profit, or like this, and then with the rest will be stopped out, or we can actually get it as a good short and then continues for lower. So I can't tell you guys like that every single trade has multiple possibilities, or every single setup has multiple probabilities. You either like have an idea to short, but never given that, so obviously no short trade, or you enter but then you lose your money with the stop loss being hit, or you enter and then take profit one, and then the rest hit stop loss at break even, or the fourth option is actually entering and then it continues on for lower. So see how like there's actually 4 possibilities for every single trade. I'm not here to predict. Please put an alert on, like put it on trading view. It would literally have a good like feature where it allows you to put a notification on, and then just wait and see the reaction. I'm not here to tell you if we're going to reject from 92 or not. It's only about reacting to stuff. So please don't be putting limit orders for trading. Trading doesn't, please don't try to optimize this system or this section of trading. Like entry needs to be done by your human brain, guys. Like you need to be either awake and fully aware and fully prepared to sit on the monitor for at least a couple of hours, or even let's just say 30 minutes. I wouldn't push it for an hour, but 30 minutes of you like taking a look at the trade and actively deciding whether to take it or not. Or if you're asleep or away or you're not able to give it enough time, don't take it. You don't have to force yourself to take every single trade, whether I talk about it or even you find it yourself. Like, don't be over trading, guys. Please don't uh, be fearful of missing a trade, and that, because that would actually force you maybe to make a limit order. So don't tell me I have a limit order. Please don't put limit orders. Um, Honestly, the way it's going up is annoying. Does not make no sense. To be honest, it doesn't matter. To be honest. Like, even in a bearish market, we can get little bumps. Like, it's not annoying. I'm not sure why this would annoy you, but anyways, uh, I'm still fascinated you almost exclusively use CA and don't really take macro into account much. Such a different approach when day trading. Exactly. See, like, because I see like news are an important factor when it comes to doing when it comes to investing. Like, if you're an investor, then it's totally understandable to take a look at the news, because you have to understand that investing is about the long term, and news usually impact or have a higher impact on the long term. So they go along with each other. But when you tell me that, oh, I'm looking at the tariffs when I'm trying to literally scalp the 30-minute time frame, like, how? Oh, I don't see the correlation here. So I both don't see them, and from experience, it's much better to focus on the TA rather than like confusing yourself with lots of noise. uh, what would be price level for you to close 125 short? Smart question. I won't be ever closing it, because as I told you guys, like, I took 50% off from my short at 103. I'm not sure, I forgot, but like close to 103. So I literally like shorted to 125, closed 50% off at 103. So you have to understand that I only took the 125k short as a little scalp. So I didn't quite imagine that it would end up being a short that would be the all-time high. By that, or sorry, with that being said, imagine how much profit I took off, like relative to how much I was risking when I closed 50% off at 103. With that being said too, that would make total sense for me to not close the other 50% off until or unless, or maybe both, the market goes back to 125, which is my entry. Because 50% off, like the value or the number that I took off 50% at 103 was something I wouldn't be able to imagine when I had entered. So I'm prepared to only use the 125 all-time high short as a hedge that would just be there for me to collect funding fees, and also like to protect me against the low side, rather than like taking profits here, because I already took more, like 100x what I had planned for this little scalp short. Hopefully you guys understand the concept here. This is definitely an exit bump. Could be, to be honest. Like, I don't like to predict stuff or think about them. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. Uh, Give me a second here. I think the laptop is bugging out. Give me. Let me double check. Think I may have to open the comment section for my laptop. All right, I think we're good. We're good now. Yeah, I've been seeing more and more flows with Grok. still using RSI, etc., getting data wrong, but it can give me data quickly. I'm not sure what you wanna like. What would you use Grok for? To be honest, um, isn't current price level best to make a short scalp, as a little correction must happen with such rapid rise? To be honest, I wouldn't agree, because it's not about you thinking that the price has gone up a lot and it must go lower. It's all about setting areas and planning ahead of time. So don't be like taking decisions on how the candles look like, because like even though you may think, for some reason, I'm not agreeing with you, even though you may think that the price is like looks too pumpy and it has to go lower a bit, that doesn't, like, this rationale doesn't offer a trade, even though if it could be right or wrong, I'm not sure here. But please don't think that this is a total the way to think. Hold on a second. Nitpick question, but how many alerts do you use? More than two? Yeah, it's not about like, yeah. Usually for every single like setup, I do one where it's like one a bit far away from the entry and one like closer to the entry, but I can use as many as I want. Like I'll put like lots of ones above the price and lots of like alerts below it, just to make, oh, sorry, that would save me time from having to check on the price while it is consolidating. Like, why waste my time when I can literally be updated if it had gone a bit higher or lower? Give me a second here. uh, do you use the Bitcoin liquidation chart? No, I don't. The action said 125k as a scalp, or hindsight cruel mistress, haha, relatable. Yeah, I didn't know that would end up being like, you think now, like with the with, as they say, like hindsight 2020, you think, or it sounds cool to have shorted 125, but you have to understand that back then I only like was looking at the chart this way, and literally Bitcoin was literally like making higher highs and higher lows even on the 1 hourly and the little scalp time frame. So I took it only based on this fake out or this liquidity grab. So like, see how like simple it was. Like my biggest dream was for this one to hit 118 or maybe 121. See how I have to understand this because I didn't know that. Give me a second here, brothers or sisters. uh Give me a second here. I see. Speaking from experience and learning, market doesn't let you make much with that leverage. Hello from Peru. How are you doing, Aristo? Thank you, thank you. 95% your 125k short will make you a fortune next year. Yeah, we'll see. That would be totally good, to be honest. How do you create the volume profile that shows you the point of control? Yeah, it's not about me creating it, it's just taking the volume profile tool. I'm hoping that it shows. It doesn't show right now, but imagine that we got a section called volume, and then you see the volume profile tool, and then once you take it, you just put it from a certain area where you want to analyze the volume. All right, and then that would show you the point of control. Hold on a second. This red line is the blue is the point of control. Sorry, my TP is at 9750. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, okay, then I have to go pay for sharing view. Gotcha. For those extra alerts, a worthy investment though. Yeah, to be honest, like I'd say that maybe if you are too low on money and you haven't still been able, or sorry, you haven't been taking much trades like lately, then maybe don't go for it. But if you wanna like take this stuff seriously, then obviously alerts are the a must use or must bought, because like all I do is put alerts on, like, because I have to teach you guys this concept of not doing stuff unless like the price comes to your setup, that requires alerts. And so hopefully, like if you have uh, give me a second here. Yeah. Give me a second translation. Give me a second. Hold up, I'm clicking. Thank you, guys. Don't worry. Sorry, please don't mind the random uh, token comments that we get. Unfortunately, I'm still self moderating here, so or I'm doing it myself. So hopefully, I'll get this sorted out. Just because I'm literally filming at 2:30 p.m. 2:30 a.m. not p.m. So I literally don't have enough power to even go and fight these bot comments. Also, I forgot to mention, I try not to say it, or at least I try to say it only once per stream, brothers and sisters. So could you allow me or bear with me a second, because I'd obviously want to mention the exclusive offer for weeks. It just gets you a $10 to $100 bonus just for setting up your account. No phone, sorry, only a phone number is needed with an email. That's only if you want to get the bonus. Like obviously, if you want to use weeks uh, without like taking the free bonus, you don't even have to put your phone number, because like weeks doesn't require KYC. As you can see, no KYC, so it's pretty good to be honest. But if you want to like add the extra phone number to your account without any identification, that would give you a new like little bonus that doesn't even require depositing money. But if you want to take it an extra step and you deposit $100 at least, they will give you a 50%, sorry, a 50%, which is $50 bonus. So good bonus to be honest. So you get money for making an account and a little bit of money for depositing. As I said, guys, nothing, I don't want to be too pushy about it, because obviously it's only for those who are looking for a good exchange to start trading. This is the place where I have my all-time high short, where I have my 106 short, and also where I do my every single day trading, to be honest. So I quite like them. I like the fact that they also have the ability to actually split and separate trades, so I can literally have multiple longs and shorts open all together. So it's pretty good in terms of day trading, to be honest. So if you want to check it out, be my guest and actually see them, or take a look at the description. And also, before I forget, I think that talking about the free Telegram channel is also very good. I'm currently traveling, guys. Tomorrow is I think Thursday, so we got Thursday, and then hopefully Friday we'll go back to the normal live stream with a good quality, hopefully. So thank you. Anyways, you got weeks in the description, just because I don't have the banner below my webcam, so I just want to mention it briefly whenever I get the chance to do so. Anyways, let me double check with the live stream. I think it looks good. Maybe a big ask, but what is your, hold on, I think there's like a heart button that is covering your comments. So let me try. Maybe a big ask, but what is your setup, or sorry, step by step look at before taking a trade or cooking up a setup? See, these are two different questions. Like I'm totally happy with answering them. Unfortunately, it's 2:30 a.m. now. I don't want to take a long time like on this live stream, but just to quickly like answer one of them, because obviously you're asking me first, what's the ritual or the steps of you taking a trade or executing a trade, and also you asked me about cooking up a setup. So cooking up a setup just basically means that how do you do your analysis, which is a very loaded question. So we'll leave it for a different time, because obviously I won't be able to answer it fully, but everything in the chart is your answer here. So I look at order flow, volume, and liquidity. This is how I cook up my trades, quote unquote. But if you're also asking me how do I execute the trades, I'll mainly look at the reaction, like the visual reaction from like a lower time frame candle. I wouldn't say closes, but I don't focus on the close. I think there's a overemphasis on the idea of closing candles. I don't care about the timing they close. I merely care about the candle. Like a candle closing is just basically tells me that alright, we have finished or we have lapsed 15 minutes, like we're done with 15 minutes being under a certain resistance or being above a certain support. So rather than focusing on the candle close, so just see how long we have held up a support for a long, or held down a resistance line for a short. Also, I'd also, like, most importantly, look at the order flow using the ExoChart app so I can see what kind of reaction we're getting here. Like, obviously at support, I'd want to see good reactions with shorts being stuck at the lows and vice versa if we're talking about longs. Uh, Quality is fine. Thanks for streaming on your vacation. No worries, brothers and sisters. That's totally. I do it because I enjoy it, and also because I gave you guys a promise, so I won't be missing an upload. We'll see if tomorrow I'm able to go live too. If I'm not able to go live tomorrow, I'll make an in-depth free Telegram channel post. So make sure that you also follow me there. Nothing to sell you here, guys. It's all free stuff. And or I actually try to make a video. So the priority is to go live, because obviously live stream will allow me to go or explain stuff in depth, read the comments, and also because it's much easier than, even though it takes more time from me, but it feels much easier than having to make a video, edit it, and then upload it, look for a thumbnail, look for a description, whatever. So it saves me time just to go live, even though it does save me time, but I do spend double the time going live because I actually enjoy it. We literally have spent close to an hour now. Anyway, so I just want to answer that. So hopefully if I don't go live, uh, hold on a second. All right. Also, about the put your stop loss break even, actually means putting it your stop loss in some profit, or else it will be in loss even on weeks it doesn't quite show you. Yeah, to be honest, like, yeah, putting the stop loss at break even could result in a little bit, a tiny minute amount of loss, which I don't really focus on. You may consider it, to be honest, that's totally up to you. Yeah, if you hadn't taken any profits prior to the stop loss being put at break even. So yes, or at entry. Yeah, so I hope you got it, but that's totally fine. I was done $6, I thought, but it actually ended up being like 50 whoops to tie stop loss, not near at near entry or down uh entry. I'm not sure what, but totally fine, totally true. Yeah. All right, hold on, give me a second. All right, I actually take notes as you speak. Hold on. I'm just struggling to see. There's like a little heart that covers the last word in the sentence. I actually take notes as you speak, brother. You are a good teacher. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm quite happy about this kind and good reception, because obviously the accent wouldn't be maybe the best. I sometimes, or most of the time, I do speak a bit quickly, but I'm quite happy about the reception I've been getting so far, guys and brothers and sisters too. That's actually what pushes me, and also because I truly love like talking about DA. Like you can tell, like, like, even though I try to focus on the current time price action, but we may get derailed by talking about concepts and giving you some to be honest, like, core ideas for trading. So I'm totally like loving the fact that you guys are both appreciating the trading stuff and also the conceptual stuff. That's, I think that's better said, to be honest. Anyways, I think that's it's getting closer to 3 a.m. my time, so I don't want to take too long of me talking about or speaking about stuff that I've already mentioned. What's up, my dude? I'm late. I miss you in the mornings. Yeah, to be honest, thank you for showing up, Amfiga. My totally my bad, but we have to go with it because this is, or I'm on a vacation, and the only good time when I'm able to go live for an hour or so is at night. But even with that, I'm still going live, not missing upload at 2:37 a.m. As you can see, guys. So just to end it off, I just want to say hello to Amfiga, and then end off the live stream. Quick reminder, guys, that, as I said, guys, no worries about it, nothing important. But we always got the week's exclusive offer in the description, and the free Telegram channel if you want to keep up with me a little bit more. We got the free Telegram channel here. Nothing to sell you guys, totally up to you though. Anyways, I think we're gonna end up or end the live here. I'm going to go to bed, and if something like does happen, or we get something new, or I open up a trade, I'll try to get a video out tomorrow, or maybe a live stream. So thank you for being totally nice and showing up to me, even though I literally choose the most random time to go live when I'm at vacation. I promise that hopefully, or not hopefully, but any on Friday you'll see the regular, maybe not the regular timing because I could be late, because I will be coming from the airport, but at least with the good quality at the office. So good luck guys, and hopefully